joining me today. I'm Tori Demke, and I'm here to tell you about networking during your internship and how you can use networking during your internship to land either a full-time offer or set yourself up to be in a great place to get another full-time offer from another company by the end of your internship. So a little bit about me is I interned at Adobe last summer in San Francisco, and I came out of my internship with a full-time offer from Adobe. So there are 3 things that I want to talk to you about during your internship. You're going to want to establish your network, engage your network, and then expand your network. So first, establishing your network. When you first get to your internship, you're going to be wanting to get your bearings first before you do anything else. You want to understand what your role is and who your manager is, who their team is, and where you fall and what your responsibilities are. So be sure you get that context first before you move forward, and then you want to set yourself up for success. So firstly, you want to make sure that you're remembering names. As you're meeting new people and taking in who you're going to be meeting with for the rest of the summer, make sure you remember those names and make it a priority. Write them down if you need to. And as you meet with people and do informational interviews, take notes. So you want it to still be natural so that when you're meeting with them or having lunch with somebody, you're engaging in conversation and not just writing the whole time. But you also want to write down a few of their key pieces so that they know that you think what they're saying is important. And then when you're done meeting with them, go ahead and take some more notes so that you really remember what they were saying and what the key takeaways were. And then lastly, you want to be sure to dress the part. So look at how your manager is dressing. Don't just dress for the job you have, dress for the job you want. Look at your peers and try to dress one step up from them so that you're looking professional and you're coming in showing them that you want that full-time job. And then as you're networking, you want to establish a system. So you want to be sure that you set out what your networking goals are. With your internship, you'll have your project goals, but you also want to have your own personal networking goals. What parts of the organization are you interested in? What kind of roles are you interested in? Who do you want to be meeting throughout the summer? And what are some of the other companies that you're wanting to look at? And as you're doing that, you want to be sure to be documenting it. So I kept an Excel spreadsheet of people that I met with throughout the summer, their first name, last name, title, the company, and then also some notes. Some notes as far as what they were saying about their role, but then also some of the softer stuff that we connected on so that I could continue to reach out to them throughout the summer in a very natural way. And with that, that goes with following up. So when you meet somebody and you have lunch with them and you're asking them for something, make sure that even if you decide, oh, that job's not for me, you're continuing to be friendly to them, to follow up in a way so that it doesn't feel like you just met with them for you and then left them in the dust. You want to make sure that you're making a good impression and that you continue to be friendly and have that personal connection. Next, you want to engage your network. So after you've established that, you want to get them involved. So the way that you do that, and although you can advise against this, you want you to remember it's going to be a fun summer, and you want to eat, drink, and be merry. So what you're going to do when you're doing that is, as you eat, make sure that you don't let any lunch go to waste. Do not eat lunch at your desk. If you have colleagues who are inviting you out to lunch and you've got something that needs to be done, by the next day, go out to lunch. Unless it's a super pressing deadline, you really should be getting away from your desk, interacting with people around you, and making sure that you don't let any of that time go to waste. Invite people from your team to lunch. As you're in the cafeteria waiting in line, talk to the people around you. Introduce yourself, give your elevator pitch, talk about your project. You might be able to find help from people on their project. They could introduce you to people. It's amazing the connections that will open up as you talk to people at lunch. And with drinking, don't disobey the honor code, but go to cocktail hour. It's a great time for people to let loose and to get to know each other on a personal level. And it also, like for Adobe, we had a 4 o'clock cocktail hour every Thursday. That was sometimes hard because it meant that I had to step away during work hours, but make sure that it goes back to setting your goals. If that's a priority for you, do that, go to that, and then either come to work early or go back to work after cocktail hour to still make sure you're getting the job done that you need to do. But that networking will serve you extremely well. So go to those cocktail hours, stay, and if you start to feel uncomfortable or people are getting too drunk or anything like that, then leave, but definitely go. And then be merry. So we we can't all be over the top positive like Kimmy Schmidt, but if you are positive and pleasant, it's amazing how far that can go. Being likable can take you a long way. So be pleasant, help with other teams. If you know other people and you can hear other projects they're working on and it aligns with your skill set or something you want to learn, offer your help. It's great exposure, it's great networking, and sign up for things. During your internship, you're going to find there are going to be seminars, workshops, all sorts of things like that. That will give you good skills, but it will also give you exposure to new people. So sign up for things, and also along with that, serve. A lot of these big companies have these kind of service initiatives. I know for Adobe we had a month of service. I was able to do a street cleanup, and we did it with Zynga and Pinterest and Sony. And so I met people from other companies while doing that as well. Lastly, after you establish your network and engage them, you're going to expand your network. So as you're expanding your network, don't get too intimidated, because first you're going to stick with what you know. So you're a BYU student, you know that you have your classmates, so you can go and visit them at their internships. You know that you have previous alumni, so you can meet with them at your company and alumni in the area at other companies. And you have your church. So if you're a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints or of another church, go to church and meet people there, and you can meet them professionally, but also take personal interest in them. It will also help keep you grounded and well-rounded throughout your internship to help maintain that perspective. And then beyond that, you're going to play the field. So just because you're with one company doesn't mean that you can't go and look at other companies throughout the summer. So go check out those other companies, get to know the other interns from other schools, work with them in teams, try new things, go take cycling classes, go join a hiking club, meet new people that way, and explore the city that you're in. Your company wants to know that you are in it for the long haul and that you're interested in where you want to be. So in closing, I just want to remind you to establish your network, engage your network, and expand your network. And you'll do great in putting yourself in a good spot for a full-time offer. Good luck.